Peluffo. Hey y'all, welcome to the first episode of We're Dying Down Here with our very special guest, Caitlin Peluffo.
Hello, how's it going?
Did I say that right?
Peluffo? Yeah,
No,
you
Caitlin.
nailed it. Oh, that too, nailed it. Just
Why are we pointing? That's stupid.
a little teaser that you can
We're making
expect.
one episode, thank you. Yeah, Caitlin Peluffo. So I just want to nerd out real quick.
Sure, nerd away.
All right, thank you. I was in New York last October. Spent like a week by myself. Went to the cellar, the Mecca as I call it. Saw a tell. Saw these people, and I've seen your late nights, but it was the first time I saw you live, and I look back at my messages. I messaged you that night and was like, holy shit. Like,
you did.
blew me away.
Yeah, I remember that. That was so fun because I think I already followed you guys on Instagram.
Nice.
Because you've had like Mark and Sean down here,
Yeah.
and I love those guys. And so I was like, oh, that club looks great. And so when you messaged me, I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, because you did
great.
Mandeville in New Orleans, and I forget I couldn't
Oh, yes, I did.
put you on this
earlier this year, maybe.
No,
Yeah.
Or last year.
Yeah,
Last
it was
year?
like
Yeah.
January or something.
I couldn't put
like
you on
that.
a show here because we didn't have the dates, and but I think that's how I got you Mandeville because you were doing the Dragon's Den in New Orleans, whatever. But yeah, so
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. If you're just listening, the room is beautiful. They did a great job setting up.
carpeted stage.
So many
I
people
mean,
have gotten so
love
much
it.
business advice in this room. It's incredible.
Business advice.
Yeah, this is like a conference room.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought I felt smart.
we just jazz it up.
Yeah, it looks great.
You will have to join our timeshare though.
Okay. You know what? Honestly, I've always wanted to go to Barbados.
No, you just stay here. That's
Oh.
yeah.
It's actually called Grand Isle.
Oh, no.
all right. So I got rid of my nerdy stuff. So
Great. Well, thank
I
you.
got a nerdy thing.
okay.
Okay.
You have my favorite Don't Tell special.
Oh, thank
That has come
you.
out.
What a compliment.
Yeah, I
That's
loved
very
it. I love
sweet.
it. It is like neck and neck with Sam Talents.
Oh,
So,
thank you. Sam's is great. I love Sam Talent.
yes.
Yeah.
Yours was
Whenever-
great
Beast.
too.
Oh, thank
Yours was
you.
incredible.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm in Denver, I always see him perform, and I'm always like, what am I doing?
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I watched him do a set at Skankfest that like made me want to quit.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'll never be that funny.
I've told him this every time. He's the only comic I allow to wear shorts on stage.
Yeah.
That's it.
And boy,
Yeah.
does he.
Boy, yeah, does
If
he.
he didn't, we would all be disappointed.
Yeah, they get shorter and shorter.
Where are
Really-
those gams? Come
So
on.
short now.
Yeah, he pulls it off, though. He has tiny little legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Little stick legs.
Yeah, he
And
can
a
wear shorts.
Strong upper body.
That doesn't make any sense. He's built like a yield sign.
Oh, boy.
That's fun. I like that.
Thanks. Did you? I watched your late night sets, and they're so different than. Was that weird? Like trying to go from your like normal act to do like something more clean like that?
Because that was like 2 years ago at least.
One
Like,
of them was 5 years ago.
yeah, no,
right?
at least, yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
Colbert
longer.
was 5 years ago, and Corden was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it's so funny. My boyfriend, Steven Rogers, he works
Captain America?
Captain America.
God damn it! You heard it here.
Yeah,
I know him as
the inverse.
Big Dick Steve Rogers
Big Dick
from
Steve
Joe
Rogers.
Best. Sorry.
I've
Yeah,
seen her
okay.
Exactly. He works completely clean.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
he opens for Brian Regan
Yeah.
and Nate.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so he's very squeaky clean. And so he'll tell me, Caitlin, you can do this joke if you just take out this part. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I don't even realize.
I know.
I have so many, because when I open for Fortune Feimster, I have to be PG. And so I literally just have to change some of my jokes. And it's like literally changing one line.
That's weird because like I remember like early on doing stand up, like a clean show. We had Bergazzi the first year I started booking shows, and I was like, do I just change dick to penis on all the my jokes? Like, what do
does
I do?
clean even mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So.
I know. Well, there's one joke that it's very clear. I have a joke where it's like, I'm a creep. When you get to your 30s, you deserve to be a creep because you get creeped on so much in your teens and your 20s. By the time you get to your 30s, you should have free reign. Like every time your boss gives you a long hug, you should be able to fuck one of your nephew's college friends. But if I just change that to get felt up by one of your nephew's college friends, it's clean.
That's clean.
Yeah.
It's literally
Wow.
that's it. It's like I deserve to make out with one. Like even if I said make out, but fuck is way better.
Yeah, yeah.
It just is.
You said that. I've done a few like we've had Emo Phillips, Bergazzi,
Dusty Slay.
Dusty Slay.
Sweet
you know.
Dusty.
Yeah,
Great.
I opened for Jim Brewer in Biloxi at the Hard Rock, and they were like 15 minutes squeaky clean. And I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And there's the different definitions. But
If you had to open for Brewer now, it would be like you have to do alt-right
yeah, you just
material.
have to deny. You have to deny COVID and then
Yes.
pray, I guess.
Pray.
But yeah, I was just.
I don't think he's praying. There's no way.
Well, it was God Trump. But yeah, I had to like go through, and I was like, my wife's like, give it up, don't do that joke. And I was like, but I want to do it. It's my best one, but I have to change anal or whatever to,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't say butt stuff, you know.
Yeah,
so.
you can't say any of that. It's
Yeah.
and it's Brian Regan. I feel like has the squeakiest version of clean because you can't do any politics, no religion, no bodily functions,
Oh,
no sex.
wow.
So there's you can't
What
even
else
make a
is
fart
there?
joke. Yeah, it's crazy.
Those are everything I find funny.
Yeah.
And when I did that, that's when I opened for him. During COVID, when he was doing clubs, he needed a 5-minute host at the front, and I was like, I think I have 5 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Steve went through all of my jokes, even my tweets, and was like, make this joke, turn this into a stage joke, and it's clean. I was like, oh, this is sad.
My problem is my only clean material is just my fat material. So like if somebody's like do a clean show, it's like I'm just up there making fun of myself for like 10 minutes, and
Like,
it's like this
I'm
isn't
more-
really my act.
Yeah, I'm more than this.
Yeah, trust me, I'm
Yeah.
not just a circle.
Yeah.
So where'd you start?
I started in New York.
In New York? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm originally from San Francisco, but I went to grad school in New York, and
Nice.
then 3 years after grad school, I just started doing comedy.
What'd you go to grad school for?
I went for art, like a stupid idiot.
Tight.
Yeah, it's very expensive, and
Yeah.
I'm never gonna pay it back.
What year was that you started?
2014. I've been doing it 9 years.
Okay.
Almost 10.
Yeah.
Are you an artist or a painter, or was it like the philosophy of art or
I was
art
photography.
history? Oh,
Photography,
dope.
video.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, you
And-
can edit this podcast.
Yeah, I was about
I
to say you want to
could.
make some
All right.
reels for us.
It's funny, I could do it, but the technology has changed so
Yeah.
fast
Yeah.
that I'm like,
Now you get to pay people to do it, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
for sure. Drew, I'm calling you tonight, actually. So,
So open mics and everything?
yeah, what's great about New York is that you can do like 5 to 7 open mics a night.
Yeah.
And so I feel like for the first 2 years I did comedy, I was completely obsessed.
Yeah.
And I was doing 30 mics a week.
Wow.
And
Jeez.
and working, you know. So you just kind of you find your friends, you figure out your stage persona pretty quickly. But the only detriment I felt was that in order to get noticed, there's so many comics in New York. In order to get noticed, I was doing like a lot of shock humor and a lot of like graphic
Something to stand out.
Yes. And so literally I did Colbert when I was 4.5 years in, which is
Jesus Christ.
too early, and it was every clean joke I had.
That's when you had the long
was-
softball ponytail.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
braided.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did the ponytail joke too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally took my only clean
Was
material.
that weird not working without a mic?
I specifically did certain open mics without a mic. So I just would put it to the side and I would say, hey, I'm going to just do this because I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I practiced, but it's still, I realized how Italian I am. So I'm like, ah! You know?
All hands, baby.
Yeah,
All
all
hands.
hands.
So I always said, like, when people come down here, like, for a while, we just had one open mic. And so at, max time, we have 2.
Yeah.
So I'm like, 1 year in New York is like 7 here. It's so
Yeah.
crazy because if we want to get more, we got to drive an hour to Baton Rouge, now an hour to Lake Charles, 2 hours to New Orleans. You know,
Yeah.
it's just, it's brutal. But
Yeah.
also, I always had this impression if you're like, because I know a lot of open mics, you got to pay. So like $5. When I was
Yeah.
there last year and I followed a comic, we were on a show together, and I'm like, if you're paying for these mics, you must be good. Nope.
No.
Nope. Open mic's
No,
an
no,
open
no.
mic. I was like, oh, that's the crazy dude. That's the crazy lady. That's the racist dude. That's the,
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. There's
Yeah.
$5. You can literally spread eagle on a stage, and who cares? It's your time.
Oh, you've seen my set.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for the show.
One of the benefits we do have though is that like in order to make the scene better, we just bring each other up. Like we're real tight knit.
Oh, that's
There's
nice.
only like
That's
there's less
great.
than 30 comics around here, and everybody's real close, and it's real nurturing. All the veterans, help the younger comics, and it helps a lot.
Oh,
It makes
that's
up for
great.
the lack of stage time that everyone gets.
Oh, that's good.
And it really we see people develop at a fairly rapid pace just because of just the nurturing environment. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I feel like in New York, it's very much a class thing. Like you start within 2 years, and those people who started within those 2 years is your class.
You're freshmen now.
Yeah, and then it goes up like that. And then people drop off, of course. But when you start out in New York, there are so many comics. It's like...
Yeah,
it's
especially
too much.
now.
Yeah, it's too much.
Your main club, Cellar, that's where you go up.
Yeah,
nicely?
I go up there, Gotham, and New York Comedy Club.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so between those three, I'm very lucky. I get to work a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Specials? You have anything?
Special-
Are you working
I mean-
toward the next one, or?
I recorded an album. It basically, because I've done 2 late nights, and a Comedy Central and a Don't Tell, and so my jokes are kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
So this special was just like, let's get all those on an album.
That was the album.
Get them to Sirius XM and then make clips out of them and repost them. So that's coming out in January, and it's called
Nice.
Dirty Bird. So
Yes.
if you
That's
want
great.
to watch it, it'll be in snippets on YouTube, and if you want to listen to it and buy it, which I would prefer you did, it will be on iTunes.
Are you going to release a whole thing, or you just going to keep it clipped? for
I'm going
YouTube?
to do clips first,
Okay.
and then to try and kind of build momentum, and then
smart.
and because I don't really have much of a YouTube following, so
Yeah.
please, if you hear this, please follow me on YouTube.
You hear that? All 64 followers.
Yes,
Yeah,
I will
of
take
us.
them.
Of us. Oh, you take them too.
Yeah, I will
3
take-
of those accounts are just my burner accounts. So.
I'll take them. I'll
All
take
right,
them.
all
You
right.
think just a comment with a smiley face? I appreciate
Husky
it.
Lover 333. That's me.
That's beautiful. I like Husky Lover. That's a great name.
That's my alt Reddit account.
Oh no!
For no other reason.
Oh, I don't want to know.
It's an alt-right Reddit account.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am right-handed. All right, sorry. Let's go to commercial.
But yeah, so that'll be out in January. So everybody buy it,
Cool.
please.
Yeah. So I guess going with the theme, like, you know, again, like we're dying down here, easier to say, is about us, like, you know, trying to survive doing comedy in Louisiana.
Yeah, because
you know,
we're 10 years in now.
Oh, great.
So yeah, so we both started around the same time in 2014. So we're coming up on 10 years, and we're doing stuff.
Yeah.
And we have families, and we just made the
Yes.
decision to stay here and do stuff.
That's
so
great.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like people like Sam Talent have kind of bred like a whole new generation of comics that want to try to stay home and make it happen.
Yeah,
And-
can live
yeah.
where you want to
yeah.
live. I think.
But it comes with consequences. So.
And yeah,
Oh, sure.
the amount of gigs, the shows, you know, but like, so Lafayette Comedy, we bring in, you know, all the national comedians. So that, and really changed. Like back in the day, no one came here. So I started bringing the shows in 2015, and then it slowly, you know, I used to have to compete with New Orleans, and then right before COVID, it started shifting because like, New Orleans is a weird, like unless you're doing 1,000+ theaters, it's only like, you know, little small shows. So we get a lot of people from here, and we both get, you know, work out of it. He got Skankfest this year. I've done road stuff and everything, but it's at the end of the day, we're just like, you know, you know, we don't have a club. We use this, you know, this is one of the best rooms in Louisiana.
It's great.
It's great. Everyone's great here. It feels like a comedy club. Todd Berry likes this room, so you know
I
it's
mean-
That
going
means
well.
something, baby.
Todd
That
Berry
means a
likes nothing.
Right?
Todd
I-
Berry loves this room. So,
Yeah.
but
There
he's
we
here
go.
next week at a different
The
venue.
guy who had a small but pivotal role in Pootie Tang.
So anyway, so like that was a focus. Like it's all both on stage, you know, making the fun of that, but also like us being stuck here. But kind of going back to you, when's the last time you really died on stage? Not like a bomb, or you just felt like
Maybe
this
even the
is-
show or like the
Yeah.
day of was shitty for whatever reason and just made for like you felt like you were dying.
Yeah, I mean, there's a place in New York called the Tiny Cupboard, and it's run by lovely people.
Is that the Pink Wall?
Yes.
Yes, that was the last show I had, and it got canceled because no one showed up.
There we go.
Thank
So
you.
you're sensing a theme.
Yes.
Um,
Okay, great.
So I had just done something. I forget. I think I was my Don't Tell set. I just came back from my Don't Tell, and I was like, I got to work on new. Okay, I'm going to do this Tiny Cupboard show and really work on new. Here we go. I got up there, and I haven't bombed that hard in years. Like, it was to the point where I was up there, I was like, is my mic on? Is there what? These are jokes. I know that they're jokes. And I like started out with like tried and true and then moved into new, and they were just not having any of it. I couldn't do anything. And I was like, well, what do you want to talk? I was like, it was 10 minutes of my life. It felt like an hour and a half. Just up there like flop sweating. Like,
Oh my goodness.
what is happening? It was
So you
awful.
even started with something, you started with good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a sandwich. I
Yeah,
do
I
a
do the
sandwich.
exact same thing.
Yeah.
I don't trust myself to start with new
No.
stuff.
No.
I got to get them to like me first.
Yeah, exactly. But then I did my New York Comedy Festival show at the Tiny Cupboard on Tuesday, and it went
nice.
great. But I literally went up there so nervous, being like, "This is gonna be a disaster. I'm about to bomb."
My new shit sucks. I
again."
can't write anything good.
Well, that's with writing a new hour. You're like, how did I ever write a joke in the first place?
Yeah.
Did these just come like divine intervention?
You see that, but I always kind of remember like when someone puts out their first album, they've been doing it for usually for a while, like
That
8,
first
10
hour's so
years.
good.
So
Yeah.
they just been
Lot of
perfected
jokes.
it, and then maybe a second album, and then after that, it's like, well, I guess I'm doing long form storytelling,
Yeah,
you know, and then it's
I
just like,
know.
all right, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and I mean, like, I'm in the thick of it. I'm trying so hard. You're about to hear some of it. You know, I feel like I have about 20 new that I'm happy with, but not thrilled with.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
there's only one way
well, that's
to
the-
get
yeah,
better.
that's it. Just,
So buckle up, Lafayette.
yeah.
You're about to hear blood boners. It's a new
Jason
hot
knows about
bit.
that, I think.
Yeah, well, there goes my opening.
Yeah, it's really it's painful, but you know, there's only one way to get good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, do the bad stuff till it gets good.
Yes.
Are you somebody that like I know this joke is good no matter how bad it's doing. I'm going to keep sharpening this until
Oh, yeah.
you believe in it and you're going to keep sharpening it till it works.
Well, I'll pick it up and use it, you know, I'll try for like a month. And if it's not happening, I just file it away and then I'll bring it back and then I'll file it. I have a few jokes like that where I was like, I don't think I'm good enough to tell this story yet. So I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
And then it comes back 2 years later, finally, you know, like what am I, the don't tell, I think the Woody Allen joke.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
That one, I tried it my second year of comedy and I couldn't, it just, everybody thought I was being like pro Woody Allen. It's like, no. So I put that one down, then brought it back, then put it down. And then finally I was able to get it to work the way I wanted.
Yeah.
But it takes a while. But I'll hold on to something and I'll always
Yeah.
remember it. And then something will happen and I'll be like,
That's
I
my
gotta go back
problem.
to
I'll
that.
do it once or twice, and it goes in the library. And it's
No!
like, just stay there, and I just wait, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I psych myself out on
No,
stuff.
I
you
know. Sometimes, especially if it's like edgier, you know, it's something that can be divisive. I
Yeah.
always tend to stay away from. I don't have the guts really to
Yeah.
do it, but then if it's the right crowd, I'll pull it out.
Yeah, and then because if you're not confident in it, then it's not going to come out right.
No.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you're
Like
gonna-
if you feel like some edgy material, you're not good enough to do it. That means you're not.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
I think that's true.
So I have a bunch of those that are like, okay, maybe at 15 years I'll be able to talk about this mass shooter. You know.
The reunion tour.
Yeah,
there you go.
exactly.
I like how.
And again, I'm not pro mass shooter. I just want to make sure that's
You heard it
clear.
here first, guys.
Sandy Hook is
boy.
real.
Oh my God.
I'm very interested in your ability to like talk to the crowd with
Mm-hmm.
your material. Like you do it in such a special way. Like you hone in on specific people. Did you do that on purpose or just naturally? That like, are you able to get up here and just be like, this is how intimate I'm going to get with y'all?
Yeah, I enjoy talking to people. I also have ADD a little bit.
You're also
So
aggressive in a
every-
good way.
That's
You're
what
very
I mean,
aggressive.
Though. It's
like
like
you
you'll
got a
be
small
like,
dick,
you
and like,
sir, I'm coming after your dick.
Yeah.
Like, specifically.
Well, it literally, like, I'll start. I'm getting a little more calm in my old age. But like, I
Mucinex.
remember when I used to, like 5 years ago, I would come on stage and the first thing I would be like, "Look at you!" I would say 3 things rapid fire, because that's everything
Yeah.
that was pumping through my brain, and then I would start my set. And so now I can go up, start my set. If I'm nervous, I'll do that, but I can pretty much go up, start my set, and then if I forget where I am, I'll be like, well, what's this?
Yeah.
What's the deal with this? But I'm clocking everything. And it's just inevitable that I will talk to the audience because I can't help myself.
Yeah.
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 I'm the opposite. I'm like, I have this thing where I kind of cross my eyes and I blur out the front.
Oh,
And
really?
so I can't see faces. Like you could be, I can have my wife in the front row. I won't even know. I'll be like, whatever. But when someone interacts with me or they say something, then I'm like, oh, I'm okay with it, but I can't open it up,
Yeah.
But also I couldn't hit on women in college, so I
Well,
guess it's the same thing.
there we
I-
go. It's
I-
the same
same
I
thing.
went through a phase where like I almost started every actual showcase or something with like making fun of the front row.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I loved Bobby. Bobby Kelly was like one of my favorite comics,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw him live. He just tore this room apart, and I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I just want to call people people names, and so
Like
You got the
Don
fat
and,
part
Rickles.
and it was
Yeah.
fun and it was good, but my material started suffering for it a little bit because I was a little more focused on that. So like I kind of go in and out,
Yeah.
but slowly developing all of those skill sets over time, I think, is important.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, and I truly believe you should just like lean into whatever comes naturally to you.
Yeah.
But you do need to have a balance, because if the crowd's not into it, like the last thing I want to do is hurt someone's feelings. And so like there was a couple in the show last night. They were a married couple, and they kept making bad jokes about each other. I was like, you guys are going to get divorced.
Like out loud.
And yeah, like
the
I was like, oh, you
worst.
guys, like I would be like, oh, are you guys married? And he was like, unfortunately. And it's like, no, your wife is going to leave you, you know? And then they started getting like,
You better start doing stand-up quick.
yeah, it's like what you're doing is crazy. This isn't me. This is you. I have to deal with this now that you're shitting on your marriage.
We had the opposite of the show last night. We had a couple who, it was her first time doing an open mic, of course. And
She
it was-
heckled every single comedian.
No.
Yeah, but her whole
no.
set was about her and her, who's recording like 2 feet away, recording
Oh,
set.
God.
They're doing coke, yeah, and like portrait, not even landscape.
Oh boy,
doing
it's just for the gram.
doing coke on the toilet,
Yeah.
you know, and we were like,
Her
what? And
punchlines were, "We do coke off the back of toilets.
we
That's what
do
she-
meth, yeah.
Oh
So,
my God.
let's bring her out.
Look,
No.
tattooed neck from like chin down,
Wow.
like completely black.
Wow.
It was dope.
You know what? If you found your thing, you found your thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
Go get them.
before we wrap up, like,
Sure.
tell us, what do you like about comedy? Who are your favorites? Who should we know?
Well,
Oh, yeah, any recommendations?
recommendations. Well, I love David Tell. He's my favorite.
Ooh, that's his favorite too. I
Yeah.
think.
I got
I
to
love
perform
him and
last year,
Rory.
and that's the reason I went to New York.
Yeah.
And it was, it was
He's the best. He's a great little curmudgeon.
The jokes.
Yeah. Just so great. I also
And now the recorder.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
beautiful.
Our little flautist.
Yes.
But yeah, I love him. I love Maria Bamford. Love and on a lesser famous, but I think should be bigger, Dan Soder.
Oh my God!
I can't stop
You just made
watching
me feel
him.
so many feelings. I love
Yeah.
Dan.
He's so
incredible.
talented.
I'm loving the resurgence. I just listened to his episode of Blocks today
Mm-hmm.
with Neil Brennan, and it's like, now that he's coming out and touring more,
He's starting
He's
his own
so
podcast soon.
great.
I'm so excited
Yeah.
Oh,
about.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so fantastic.
I'm very inspired by
Yeah.
his Macho Man Randy Savage impression. So
Yes.
because I am known to don the Macho Man outfit and do some impressions, and I watch Dan for the nuances to learn, because that's the best way to learn an impression, I think, is watch other people who do the impression.
Yeah.
So,
but his
I'm a
name,
big
his
fan.
name is Nacho Man.
Yeah.
Get it because he's fat.
Let's not hurt each other with
no,
our
this called me
words.
22 Savage.
This is our love language.
Yeah.
Who was your class like when you started? Like, so who'd you start
When I got to New York, I was started around the same time as like Usama Siddiqui, Eagle Witt, Jordan Jensen.
Okay.
Like
I know
that is
Jordan.
kind of my class.
She's kind of on the run right now. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Her
doing
and
great.
Ian have a podcast.
Yeah. it's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going great.
She just did I just watched a 30 with
Gas
on-
Digital.
Yeah, Gas Digital. Yeah. it's
Yeah, don't ask her about it.
Okay, well, was she not a fan of it? She's not a fan
It's
of
a
it?
whole
Oh.
thing. I won't say either way, but just don't bring it up.
Dave's was the best.
What was
Dave Smith's was the best, I feel like.
Dave Smith.
His
Oh,
30.
him.
Yeah.
That's nice.
She has feelings.
This is where we zoom in the cameras real
It's
quick.
okay.
No,
We don't have to do drama.
Dave Smith. I'm trying to think which is he. He's not the one with the scar.
No, I
No.
don't think so.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure if Dave has a
There's.
scar or not.
I'm blanking on his name. His last name is Smith as well, I think. This is really good podcasting.
yeah.
So good. Let's just think
edit
about a
this
name.
out.
Yes, please God.
I will.
But yeah, that's kind of my class that I started with.
That's awesome.
Ian Laura was a little bit ahead
yeah.
of me.
I had him a
like
couple
Ian.
He
years
was a couple
ago.
years ahead of me, so he's
like
like
Ian.
the class up.
What an ugly dude.
So
So ugly. God.
vomit.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to. No, I'm not. I want to lick his eyebrows. He's so smooth and just. It's a beautiful man.
Yeah, he also knows it.
I'd
Have you
let
seen
him
his Instagram?
breastfeed
Oh,
off
yeah,
of me.
yeah.
Oh my God, just tons of pictures. I like the breastfeed line.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna
I
let
did
it die on the
The
vine.
what? It was bad.
I recognize
it was the word. It was bad
I
timing.
appreciate
It was
it.
bad timing
What did you
because I
say?
stepped
What?
over.
He wants to breastfeed Ian Laura. And he
Well,
said it
this
in a way.
podcast had a good run, guys.
And I just wanted to make sure that we acknowledge he
Yeah.
took a big swing, and I appreciate it. Okay.
We're gonna clip the fuck out of that
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want you to know I see you. I see you.
I feel seen.
Well, Caitlin, thank you for being here. Anything you want to say, plug, give us tags, all that?
I have a podcast called Good Time Gal.
Yep.
Please listen. And then I also, my album Dirty Bird is going to be coming out in January. So keep an eye out for that. And just follow me on Instagram at Caitlin Peluffo.
Hell yeah.
I would truly appreciate it. So thank you so much for having me, guys.
Heck yeah. And we're
This
going to have a
was
great show tonight.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're gonna
Don't
kill.
tell me how many tickets are sold until after
14.
we
No, I'm joking.
as long as it's double digits.
I'm joking. It's a lot more than that.
Great. Phew. All right. Sweet.
All right. Good job.
All right.
Thanks,
thank you.
guys. Thank you. Clap us out.
Hey.
There we go. Awesome.
Incredible.